So I read up real quick on this, removing the mufflers, and it looks like it's a fairly simple operation. So I went ahead and prepped all my tools so as not to bore you too much. So, and I did sit down and read the manual. So I have a bolt that I have to remove from here. I have a bolt that I have to remove under here that holds the chrome cover from underneath. It's supposed to release it. So there are torque settings for all this stuff in the book. You know, one thing I would say about it is that I've noticed on the bikes is, you know, if you're not using the manual and checking stuff, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to get the torque wrench out to check on everything and make sure it's perfect. But what I would say is be extremely careful with how much you tighten them down, because most of these components don't take very much torque at all. So, and you know, as always, by looking at the book first, it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. So, seems to be pretty tight. I'm loosening, so. Okay, just a little squirt of my friend WD-40. Loosened it right up. So this clamp is loose. So I'm going to loosen these two up. Piece of cake. Okay, I was really hoping my son would be back by now to help me with this, but I don't think it's totally unmanageable. So there's a gasket insert that goes inside the torque. Fits over this to seal it. The clamp is keyed. I've got it on the top. So I'm hoping that by the time I slide it onto the crossover box, and oh, I forgot, yes. I was going to show you this earlier. So these are the bolts that came out. So they're actually keyed back here to go in on a line. So we have those in place now. They won't fall out. So I'll slide this on. Oh, that was pleasant. I'll get one of these bolts started. And since they slide, I don't really think I should tighten it up. About that. This is really an easy process. And it's a good thing, since I know that I'll have to be going through it again. I got those on loosely. I've got it slid up, I believe, as far as she's gonna go. So I think I should tighten these bolts up. Not dinging the fender too much. My nice, pretty clean wheel. I don't know if you can see it, but it is. As I said, these are all torqued, and I'm not going to get the torque wrench out and set them right now. I may do that in a bit, but I think it's more important. It's like little tight, medium tight, real tight. I'm going to let that set for a minute. I'm going to put the other side on, and I'll come back and probably get the torque wrench out and go with this one. So I'll come back in a bit when I'm ready to put the cover back on. Well, as you can see, it's been a day. It's dark outside now. It's about 9:35. So I went in and got my cable and hooked up the Tune ECU and downloaded the original map and saved it, and uploaded Hanzo's modification. I got the old Torx on it that I got in that were damaged until my new ones come in. I've actually got the bike cleaned up, and I'll show you tomorrow how nice a job Pledge multi-purpose cleaner does once I get everything else back together. But I just wanted to sign off for the day, and Tune ECU is actually relatively easy to use. Doesn't seem to be a big deal. I'm going to put the headlight fuse back in here in just a moment. One thing I'll show you over here is my battery charger is right there. So I really like the way that that cable came out. It's been a good day. I didn't get started until late in the afternoon, and I like the way things turned out. The front of the bike's all clean. You know, the bike's clean. I just have to get the saddlebags that's eating the windscreen back on it. So tomorrow she'll be ready to ride. We'll get the other camera out and have some fun. Well, I got thinking before I start tearing it all down, I should probably go ahead and get the mufflers, and we can see what they sound like real quick. Start her up, and so that way I don't have to put it all back together to do this. Well, I got the bike all put back together this morning. So I got put the Torx on it. I have a new computer load in it by Hanzo from rocket3owners.net. So let's see what the Torx sounds like now. Hi, it's Bill again. So I had a really productive weekend. We got the bike, did some modifications, we put the Torx on it. I put Hanzo's tune in it for Tune ECU. Did 100 miles a day to check it out. It was awesome. Also did a detail on the motorcycle. But you know, after a 100-mile ride, I really needed to do some little touch-up. You know, by the way, I'd like to tell you, the only thing you need to clean your motorcycle is Pledge multi-purpose cleaner. Plexiglass, chrome, paint, rubber, it does it all from top to bottom. Just spray her down and wipe her off. And your bike can look like this too. Isn't she beautiful? So, you know, it's time to put her away. Thanks all for tuning in, and ride safe, and always keep 2 down. Thanks for joining me in Bill's Garage.